Welcome to Storycraft Portal, where every story isn't just told, it's felt. Today's story isn't just another headline. It's a chilling truth that will grip your soul. Picture this: a cheerful moment, a glowing salon, camera rolling, TikTok live, and within seconds, laughter turns into screams, bullets, and silence. Valeria Márquez, a 23-year-old beloved beauty influencer known for spreading smiles and style, was shot dead during a live stream in her own salon in front of thousands. This wasn't just murder. It was the murder of dreams, of freedom, of a woman's voice. What unfolded was shocking, heartbreaking, and brutally real. The kind of story that stays with you long after the screen goes dark. Valeria Márquez looked radiant that afternoon, bathed in the golden light of her Zapopan salon, ring light casting soft glows on her face as she greeted her 200K TikTok followers. "Hola, mis amores," she chimed, adjusting the frame to show her newly decorated workspace. It was more than just a salon. It was her dream, built with patience and passion. Today's live was about a mystery PR package she'd hinted at all week. But something was off. Her voice trembled slightly as she read the delivery note. She laughed it off, but her eyes darted to the glass door. A man in a delivery uniform loitered outside, phone in hand, not entering. She waved it off, maybe just shy. "Let's open this," she smiled. She reached for the box. A soft ding from the door. He walked in. No one knew this live would be her last. And the camera? It never stopped rolling. The door clicked shut. Valeria greeted the man politely, eyebrows raised. "You're the one with the box?" He nodded silently, face unreadable under a cap pulled low. He didn't speak. He just placed a box on the table, turned, and walked out as quickly as he came. Valeria glanced at her phone, awkwardly laughing. "Okay, well, that was creepy." Comments poured in. "Who was that guy? Why didn't he talk? Val, be careful." She shook it off, sat down, and began unwrapping the package. Inside, beautiful silk paper, a perfume bottle, and a handwritten note. "You didn't listen. Now they'll watch you fall." The camera caught her freeze. Her hands trembled. She whispered, "No, he wouldn't." A flicker of fear crossed her face before she forced a smile. "Let's keep going, shall we?" But her voice was thin now. Her confidence cracked. And the man? He was still outside, watching from across the street. Valeria tried to steady herself, brushing hair from her face as she applied a layer of lipstick. Classic escape. "Anyway," she said, voice too bright. But something behind her caught attention. Movement in the mirror. A shadow? A flicker of motion? Viewers noticed first. "Someone's behind you." "Val, turn around." She laughed nervously, turned. "Nothing. You guys are messing with me." She glanced again, unease settling in her chest. The comments grew frantic. Suddenly, the salon lights flickered once, twice. She stood, heart pounding, cameras still live, her every breath recorded. "Is this a joke?" she called out. Her assistant had left hours ago. She was alone, wasn't she? She tiptoed toward the back room, each creak of the floor echoing. Just as she reached the curtain, a thud echoed behind her. She spun around. Nothing. But in the mirror, again, movement. This time, she wasn't imagining it. And someone was watching. Valeria shut the curtain. "There's no one here," she told herself. But her voice cracked. The camera tilted slightly, still rolling. She walked back to her seat, but didn't resume the glam routine. Her hands gripped her phone instead. She texted someone, quick, sharp taps. Her ex, the one she had a restraining order against. She'd gotten threatening messages before, cryptic warnings, even a broken mirror at her door last month. She never told her fans. She wanted to stay strong, but now it felt too real. She whispered, "I should have reported it again." Comments begged her to call the police, but she didn't. Peride. Fear, maybe both. She grabbed the perfume from the box and noticed the seal was broken. Her hands dropped it, stepping back. What was inside? Panic rising. She stared at the shattered bottle, and from behind the curtain, a phone buzzed. Not hers, someone else's. She froze. That buzz came from inside the salon. Her own phone was silent. She wasn't alone. Valeria's chest rose and fell rapidly, as she stepped closer to the curtain. "Who's there?" she whispered. No response. Just silence, then another buzz. She reached for her phone and flipped the camera, hoping to catch something behind her. What she saw made her stumble back. A figure crouched behind the storage shelf, still as death. She gasped, dropped the phone. The stream went black for a second, then resumed. Viewers were screaming in the comments. Valeria ran for the door, but it was locked. Locked from the inside. She looked around wildly. Her dream salon had become her cage. Behind her, a slow creak. She turned, eyes wide, breath held. The man stood there. Same cap, same silence. And in his hand wasn't a phone. It was a gun. Valeria froze. The gun gleamed under the salon lights. Cold, heavy, final. "Why are you doing this?" she whispered, heart pounding loud enough to drown out the TikTok comments still flashing across the screen. The man didn't speak. His silence was more terrifying than any scream. He stepped forward, slow and controlled, like this moment had been rehearsed. Valeria backed away, knees shaking, until she hit her styling chair. "Please," she gasped, "you don't have to do this." Still no words, just the sound of the safety clicking off. A single, chilling second stretched forever. Then bang, the camera jolted. Viewers screamed. Blood splattered across the mirror. But Valeria was still breathing, collapsed, and clutching her shoulder, eyes wild. The man didn't run. He just stared at her as if waiting. This wasn't over. Not yet. And the live stream? Still rolling, still capturing everything. Blood soaked Valeria's white blouse as she dragged herself toward the back exit. One hand gripping her shoulder, the other pulling her body inch by inch across the floor. Her breath came in ragged bursts. The camera had fallen sideways, but was still capturing her struggle. Comments begged someone to call for help. Call 911. She's bleeding. The man walked behind her slowly, boots clicking on the salon tiles like a metronome of death. Valeria tried to scream, but could barely speak. She reached the back door, tried the handle. Locked. She pounded weakly, but no one answered. "Please, someone," she whispered, barely audible. The man crouched beside her, watching like a predator. "You forgot me, Valeria," he said finally, his first words. She turned her head, eyes full of tears and disbelief. It was him, the one she feared. And now, he had nothing left to lose. He grabbed her phone, turned the camera toward himself, revealing his face to the world. "This is what happens," he said coldly, "when you betray someone who loved you." He pointed the camera back to her, forcing the audience to watch her pain. "You all loved her, right? Where are you now?" he taunted. The chat exploded, thousands of viewers watching, helpless. Valeria, gasping, cried out, "You said you're gone. You promised." He laughed, bitter, broken. "I was always watching." Then he pulled a letter from his coat, held it to the camera. "She lied," he said, "to me, to all of you." The paper was torn, blood-stained, scribbled with twisted memories and threats. The message wasn't just for her, it was for everyone. This was his sick performance, and the stage was set with ring lights and horror. He raised the gun again. "Let's finish the story." Suddenly, sirens, distant but growing louder. Flashing lights flickered through the salon windows. The viewers had done it. Someone called the police. Valeria's eyes lit with a flicker of hope. The man stepped back, panicked for the first time. No, emate, pasi." He looked at Valeria, torn. "You weren't supposed to make it." Valeria, trembling, whispered, "It's over." The sirens blared louder. The man ran to the front, locked. No way out. He looked at the camera one last time. "You think this saves her?" He turned the gun to himself, but paused. Then a crash, glass shattered. Officers swarmed in. "Drop it," they yelled. But he didn't. One more shot rang out. Not at Valeria, not at himself, just into the air, a scream in the form of sound. Then he dropped the gun and fell to his knees, silent, sobbing, broken. They cuffed him, dragged him away. Valeria was rushed out on a stretcher, bloody but breathing. The stream, still live, captured the aftermath, the wreckage of a dream. Her fans had watched everything, from beauty tutorials to near death. News broke within minutes. Influencer attacked live on air. Media swarmed the scene, but for once, no filter could soften what happened. Days later, Valeria posted from her hospital bed, her voice faint but steady. "I survived, but this wasn't just my story. This is what silence lets in." Her words echoed across timelines. The man, now behind bars, charged with attempted murder, unlawful entry, and terrorism of the digital kind. The salon stayed closed, but the video remained proof of horror, of survival, of what it cost to be seen. The case was closed, but the questions it raised, still wide open, and the camera still watching.